Good morning, listeners, and happy Monday. Today is Monday, July 8th, 2019, and this is the Morning 4 podcast. I'm your host, Katie Parsons, and I am so excited for our women's national team for winning the World Cup yesterday. Go Team USA. I know we were really excited in our house, and I hope there was some celebrating in your house too. And speaking of celebrating, I know we're coming off that 4-day holiday weekend from July 4th. So I hope you had a lot of fun with your friends and your family and that you are ready to get back into the week and get some things done. And we're going to start that together on a positive track. I know sometimes my mornings I wake up and I'm not sure, if I'm ready for what's coming up, whether it's challenging, whether it's boring, whether it's things I just don't want to do. But I do know that the days that I start with a positive intention turn out better than the others. It's not a foolproof process, of course. I have some days where I'm still in a pretty nasty mood, but I will say that the days that I start with that conscious intention to stay upbeat and positive fare much better. And that's what I want for you, the tools to be your happiest self, even on your toughest days. This podcast is just one of those tools for you and for me. And if you love this podcast, please share it with your friends. Leave a review on Apple Podcasts or anywhere you listen, or on the Facebook page, or just give me a simple thumbs up on the videos on YouTube. You are the way people will hear about this podcast and get on board with it. So thank you for being part of the process, and as always, for making me part of your morning routine. So let's get this Monday started with
Number 1.
This coming weekend, my 3 oldest daughters, I have 4, by the way, are starring in a local production of Shrek the Musical Jr. They're in 2 different casts. So the way it works is they have a different part in each one. So all together we have 6 different characters in our house, including a Pinocchio, a Puss in Boots, a knight, one of the 3 pigs, and 2 Duloc performers. And it's a lot of fun, really. It's been fun watching them rehearse, and obviously I'm about to stage mom geek it out this weekend. I'm probably going to take 1,000 pictures and videos. And the musical is a little different from the Shrek movies that we know and love, which has led my husband and I to do a little Shrek research over the past 6 weeks. So each number 1 this week will be dedicated to a Shrek fact that you may not already know. So here's the first one. Mike Myers is who we associate with the now iconic lead character of Shrek. But did you know that the original Shrek was set to be voiced by another Saturday Night Live alum, Chris Farley? And actually, he had recorded over 85% of the dialogue when he passed away in 1997. But then the storyline ended up changing, so the whole thing needed to be voiced again. And in the version of the film Farley worked on, Shrek was a teenage ogre who didn't want to go into the family business and had aspirations of becoming a knight. So when Mike Myers was brought into the project, he actually asked if the original character was voiced by Chris Farley because he had seen this life-size model that the animation artists were using that had been sized on a real person, and he actually looked at it and thought, that must have been Chris Farley. However, people kind of denied it. The filmmakers didn't tell him that that's who it was, and it wasn't until 2012 that Mike Myers says he learned the truth. So stay tuned for more Shrek Facts tomorrow and the rest of the week.
Number 2.
So I'm trying to challenge myself this week and every week to be the best version of myself, which means starting geography facts nice and early. And geography is admittedly my Achilles heel when it comes to trivia, so I've been trying to research facts to share with you in an attempt to improve my own knowledge base. So this Monday geography fact has to do with the northernmost, easternmost, and westernmost state in the United States, and that's Alaska. This may actually sound impossible, but it's technically correct. Well, clearly Alaska is the northernmost state in the U.S., even I knew that. But here's a fun geography loophole. The Aleutian Islands between Russia and Alaska are home to the westernmost point of the United States, but they're also home to the easternmost point in the U.S. An island called Semskopaknoi, which is also a collapsed volcano, by the way, has a spot, just one spot, that sits about 10 miles west of the prime meridian, making it the easternmost spot in the U.S.
Number 3.
Today's feel-good news story is sourced from the Lake Cowichan Gazette. Congratulations to 53-year-old Eric Evans of Vancouver, who recently received his high school diploma. Evans said that for decades he was lost in a life given over to drug addiction, but a few years ago he decided he'd had enough and wanted to make a life for himself. That started with taking the classes he needed to earn his high school diploma. And Evan said it was pretty difficult to go back to school after all that time, and that even when he was in school as a young person, he was always behind and he was missing a lot of foundational knowledge. But he praises the instructors at Vancouver Island University's Cowichan campus, who he says put in extra time to get him to the diploma point. He has now applied for a college-level course in horticulture and says for the first time in his life, he's looking forward to living a life above the poverty line. Eric, we are sending you all the good vibes. We know you can do it. You've come this far, and you're an inspiration, so congratulations.
Number 4.
Whew. Well, it is never too late to make the change you want to see in your life. Never, ever too late, and you are never too far gone to come back where you want to be. So let's head into Monday with today's affirmation. Repeat after me. I am ready for whatever comes my way this week. I am capable, talented, and strong. I know you're capable, I know you're talented, I know you're strong, and I know that you are going to just slay this Monday. So thanks for listening, and I'll see you back here again tomorrow.